You've been struggling with self-discipline and procrastination, you're going to want to listen to what I have next for you. I have a clip here from the Bulldog Mindset Well That Never Runs Dry program where I'm talking about a very, very important concept, probably the most important thing that is going to get you out of the guilt and procrastination and beating yourself up and self-punishment cycle that keeps you from doing what you want to accomplish in life. Believe me, I've been there so many times. It has derailed me so many times. And I constantly have to remind myself of this concept that I'm going to share with you. Anyway, I want you to watch this clip and let me know what you think about it. And I will talk to you at the end of it. Let's see, Matt had asked, do you give punishments if you don't do what you set out of laziness, or are there factors you're in control? Okay, so again, I'm going to give this paradigm. I think a really good paradigm to think about, which is the paradigm is just a way of viewing the world, is a parent to yourself. So Matt asked if I give punishments. Good parents don't punish, they discipline. This is very important to understand. Punishment is punitive. In fact, there's all debates about the legal system in prison and stuff like that, but they found that punitive stuff doesn't work. Punishment basically means like you did something and now you're going to pay for it. You did this and now you deserve to get this. That's not helpful to anyone. The only thing that punishment does is acts as a deterrent for other people. So if some guy steals a horse and we hang horse thieves, it prevents people from stealing horses, hopefully, but it doesn't do anything for that person. It doesn't rehabilitate the person, especially if you hang them. So, which you heard that whole phrase, if you give a dog a bad name, you might as well hang the dog. It's very true. It works very true. So don't be a bad parent to yourself. Do not punish yourself. Discipline yourself. What's the difference? A good parent doesn't punish. They don't say, hey, you didn't clean up your room. I'm so mad at you. So now you're going to get your butt spanked. That's punishment. Discipline is natural consequences. Hey, you didn't clean up your room. I told you about this. I set the rule. I'm not angry at you, but now you're not going to get to go to the sleepover or whatever it is. Now you're going to have to stay and do that. Like it's just whatever it is. I have a daughter and I told her, you're responsible. She's 11. I don't reveal much of my personal stuff, but I'm revealing it to you guys. But she was like, she couldn't get up on time and whatever. And I was like, look, it's your responsibility to get up on time for school. Okay. At 7:40 a.m., you come and find me and tell me you're ready to go to school. And I said, this is what it means to be ready for school. It means that your teeth are brushed, your clothes are on, you've got your backpack, you got your shoes on, all that stuff. And I said, if you don't do that, then you'll have to wait until I'm ready to take you to school. And if I take you to school, we're going to march into the office and you're going to explain why you're late. Like, I'm not going to be angry. It's fine. You can make the choice if you want, but you're going to tell them why you're late. And that's it. So now it's a discipline. It's not a punishment, right? She's not in trouble for it. I'm not angry. It's fine. It's natural consequences. So the same thing with yourself. Do not punish yourself when you mess up. Instead, make yourself pay the natural consequences of your action. That's discipline. Or give yourself some other task or assignment or something to make yourself better. Too many of you guys, what you do is you beat up yourself mentally when you should beat yourself up physically. What I mean by that is like you break your diet and you're like, I'm such a fat idiot. I can't believe I did that. Man, I'd always screw it up. You're beating yourself up mentally. That's punishing yourself. It doesn't do anything good. Instead, say, hey, you know what? Here's a natural consequence. If you break your diet, you need to go and run 3 miles. There you go. And make yourself do it. Beat yourself up physically. That's totally different because that's discipline. Because you're like, hey, you can make the choice if you want. Just like a parent, you want to be a good parent to yourself. So never, never, never punish yourself. Instead, figure out how to discipline yourself, which is to make you pay the consequences of your actions. So I always give the example of one day I stayed up late and I had this 20-mile run the next day. And I was an idiot. I was drinking and I stayed up till 2 or 3 a.m. And I had to get up at 5 a.m. to do this run, or 5:45. And so 5:45 rolls around. I think I was still drunk. I was definitely hungover. And I had to run this 20-mile run. Now, I had nothing else to do during the day that I had to do, right? I'm an entrepreneur. I make my own schedule. There was no reason why I had to do 5:45, but I made myself go and run that 20 miles, one of the most miserable runs I ever ran, because I'm not letting myself off the hook. I didn't punish myself. I didn't beat up myself and say, oh, John, you're such an idiot. I just said, hey, it's fine. It's cool, but you got to go do the run anyway. You're not letting yourself off the hook. So that's the difference is like, if you spend so much time punishing yourself, you're going to feel bad about yourself. And you're going to feel beat down. If you discipline yourself, you'll feel good. Guess what? The difference was like, I could have beat myself up about staying up late and said, gosh, you always screw things up and not done the run and did it later. whatever. And that would have been punishment for myself because I would have punished myself. Instead, I disciplined myself. I did the run was miserable, but you know how good I felt after doing that run? Because discipline results in you feeling better about yourself because now you've done something, you've paid the consequences, you feel good. So I hope that helps you guys. Does that make sense? Give me like a thumbs up or not if that helps. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that clip. I was super excited to share that with the members of the Well That Never Runs Drive program. It's my awesome program for becoming financially free. We have some awesome people in there. And if you really want to achieve financial freedom, if you want to retire young, I retired at 33. I've helped a lot of my coaching clients do the same. That's why I built this entire program to teach you everything you need to know, everything from making more money at your job to getting a high paying job to building a business. If that's where you're at and you need to start doing that, to buying your first rental property and to having a plan, a system in place to do all that. Because I didn't find anything out there. When I started to go on the journey of becoming financially free, there's a lot of people saying, do this, do that, but there's no one that was giving me an exact plan. And so I had to develop my own. And so that's what I do in this program is I teach you exactly how to run the numbers, to calculate how much money you'll need, how to generate that money, and how much time it will take you with an actual tool that actually predicts exactly how many years it will take you to become financially free. And it probably will surprise you how quick it can be if you follow the right steps. So if you're interested in that, I'm gonna make a special offer to you guys that are watching this video to the end because I wanna see who's doing that. Email me at john@bulldogmindset. I want my own well. Make that the subject, john@bulldogmindset.com, and I will personally respond to you and we can talk about the well program.